Hello, everybody. It's Sheridan Mish, and I am live tonight. And I am here to tell you it's all going to be okay. Now, I've got a bunch of things I want to talk about tonight, and a lot of things that are going to be coming at you. Can't wait to see people jumping on tonight. Super excited to be sharing this empowering information. So much fear, anxiety, stress that people are going through out there. I believe a lot of it is needless. It's being put upon you by government and the media. But I want you to be empowered with knowledge, information, have the ability to be strengthened yourself from within. And we're going to give you all of that info tonight, continuing to build upon the positive message, the optimistic message that it's all going to be okay. I promise you that. Now, there's some things that I'm going to be looking for and asking from you to be able to help get this message out. The first thing that I'm going to need your help with, first of all, I enjoy seeing your likes, your comments. I love that. So please continue to like and share and react to these videos. Also, share the video, please, whether you do it now or later when I'm done with it. But please share these videos. And also, I look forward to seeing your comments here. You know, I like seeing people pop on. Anna Maria, hello. Laura, Paul, it's great to see you here. Rachel, it's good to see you. Allison, I'm glad you're watching as well. So yeah, like I said, please interact with this and also share so other people can get this message. But there are some things that you need to know about. One of the things that I've heard recently that really concerns me, and I'm going to say that it's over speculation. I've heard the number that 40 to 80% of Americans are going to contract this virus. Now, I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know what kind of models or myth they're using to come up with these numbers, but I've got to tell you right now that I think that it's way out of proportion, those numbers. And just taking a look at some of the facts I'm going to give you in a few minutes here, you also, I'm confident, are going to come to your senses as well and go, yeah, 40 to 80% of people in America coming down with this is absolutely insane. And there's just absolutely no way. I just don't buy it. All right. So one of the things I want you to know is that I started doing TikTok. So if anybody is on TikTok, I did put my first one out there today. I shared it on Facebook and Instagram as well. But if you are on TikTok or your kids are on TikTok, go ahead and find me on there. Follow me. It's at Sheridan Mish. Real simple. So love to see that, and we'll be doing more TikTok videos. It was a lot of fun with that today. Yes, it's a silly thing for me to say, TikTok. So I want you to live your life without fear. And some things can be fearful. And you know, it's not that I'm saying you shouldn't be scared or have fear. That's okay. However, how do you overcome fear? Well, there's a few ways. One is that you just say, you know what, I've got full faith in someone or something, and I'm just putting all my faith in this, and I'm letting go of that fear. That's one thing. Second way to get rid of fear is through experience, going through something. And we are in unprecedented times. We've never gone through anything like this before. So yeah, I get it that there may be some fear because we don't have this particular experience. However, you can draw upon previous experiences in your life that are similar and to use those as ways to empower yourself to overcome the fear that you're experiencing. And then the last thing that can help people overcome fear is with logic, knowledge, and information, and be able to process that rationally to think and then say, yeah, I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. This is all going to be okay. It's not just Sheridan saying it. It's not just Dr. Mish saying it. It's not Coach Mish saying it. It's All going to be okay. I'm telling you that, and I promise you. And so one of the things I want you to think about is exposure. So when we're talking about exposure, take 100 people, put them in a room, and expose them to any disease, infectious organism. I don't care what it is. Will all 100 people become affected and get sick from that? No. There are going to be people who are going to totally fight it off, have absolutely no symptoms. They're going to be totally fine. Will there be some people that get sick? Absolutely. But not everyone. And that's the thing to realize, is that I don't care what the disease is, what infectious organism there is. If you put 100 people in the room, you can expose everyone to it. Not everyone is going to get sick. There are people's immune systems that are going to kick in and fight it. And so know that your immune system is strong. It's going to be able to heal. You're going to be able to fight and get through things. Your immune system is constantly working. It's on the job, and it's a vitalistic view on life. Now, so again, just having that sort of faith and understanding that your immune system can handle things. Let's talk about some logic, some knowledge, and information. So as I said, this 40 to 80% stat number that's put out there, that's a large range, right? I mean, that's as good as you can give me, is 40 to 80%. And, same thing, like the best you can do. And in fact, a colleague of mine, Liam Schubel, says, keep social distancing and wash your hands. That's the best you can do. The best, most educated professionals in health in the world, in the United States, and that's the only solution they have. Stay 6 feet apart and wash your hands. That's it, right? I mean, there's got to be something better. How about you strengthen your immune system to fight whatever comes your way? Now, logic and knowledge and info. China has the largest numbers of cases of this coronavirus, right? There's 1.3 billion people in China. They had 81,000 cases. That's 0.006. 4 months they've had it, and there was 0 new cases of coronavirus today. 0. So 0 new cases, 81,000 cases, 0.006% of the population get it. How do you think, if in China, where they're packed like this, all these people, and we in America, we're going to have 40 to 80% of Americans get it? It's scare tactics. They're trying to scare you, because if they scare you and fear you, they can control you. That's what's happening in America. Italy, where it's an absolute disaster, where all of this attention is going right now, rightfully so. The medical system is not prepared to handle it there, right? 60 million people in Italy, 59,000 cases. That's 0.1%. 0.1%, where it's an absolute disaster. And you're telling me that in the United States that we're going to have 40 to 80% of Americans contract this virus? I don't buy it, okay? United States, 325 million people in the United States, 33,000 cases. That's 0.01%. It's going to go from this 0.01% to 40%, 80%. I'm telling you, they're trying to scare you. Don't let them do that. It's not going to happen. You've got the power. You've got the control. You've got the strength. If they control you with fear, they can control you with other things. I'm not being a conspiracy theorist. I'm just saying, you got to think. Think about it. Testing. All of this focus is on testing. Testing for this gosh darn virus. Why? Why do we need to test everybody for this virus? Why? I don't get it. If you haven't been exposed, if you're not expressing symptoms, if you're not in an area where people have it, why would you test for it? You're wasting time. You're wasting resources. You're wasting money. Why would we test everybody? You don't go and test everybody for HIV. No, you test people who are at risk, right? You don't test everybody for whatever disease you want to come up with. If they show signs and you think you've been exposed, then yeah, that makes sense. But see, they're not empowering you. It's all fear. How about you give us some solutions? Give us something to look for. Tell people something logical, more than say 6 feet apart, stay in your home, don't associate with anybody, wash your hands. Give us something to look for, right? I mean, people are scared and they are going to flood They're going to flood the emergency rooms, the urgent care centers unnecessarily. They're going to overwhelm because people are scared, right? Tell us, say, listen, if you've got the sniffles, if you've got a cough, if you've got a fever, don't come to the emergency room. If you're having difficulty breathing, respiratory distress, if you get to that level, okay, come in. Then let's test you. I mean, we're in central New York. Allergy season is coming. People are going to have runny eyes, runny nose, and they're going to be coughing. And we're going to have to go to the emergency room and be scared that if you cough in public, you got to get tested? Nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. What happens when the cold comes around, the flu, other sort of infections that we're fighting off normally, naturally? We have to go tested for that. We're going to overwhelm the healthcare system unnecessarily. Give us some indicators to really seriously look at and tell people when they should go in. Okay, I want to tell you about overutilization and waste versus utilization and innovation. Because some people are very, very scared that we're going to run out of resources and we're going to run out of ventilators and things that are happening. And I'm going to tell you about that in a second. But think about it for a moment here with this whole toilet paper shortage, right? It was not a shortage of toilet paper. There was plenty of TP to be had. There was hoarding for that. And people, if we really had a serious shortage, it would have been there beforehand. It wasn't a shortage. But in households, it became an issue. Like, we got down to our last roll. I was like, oh crap, like, what am I going to do here? I mean, you have to start evaluating how you're using your TP in those situations. I mean, are you wrapping it all around and rolling up before you go in for the wipe? Or are you being prudent and saying, man, we're limited resources here. Maybe take 3 squares, fold it over a couple times, and be careful, right? Don't get all sloppy. So, I mean, you've got to utilize your resources appropriately. So one of the things, talking with someone in the healthcare field that is happening, and this is where, again, I want to put people at ease. I hear my mother-in-law is one person who's very scared, very concerned. In fact, today she said, I'm not going to the hospital. And I'm happy to hear that. You know, I mean, listen, there might be a time she needs to go, but she doesn't want to go because she's scared. She says, I don't want to be at the hospital and have someone decide whether I'm going to get treatment or not, whether I'm going to get a ventilator or I'm just going to be left to die. She just wants to stay at home then. Just stay at home and die. If that's what you're going to get, stay home, be comfortable. So, you know, I am glad to hear her actually take that sort of stand. But I don't want her and other people to be so scared and afraid. Dave, I like it. And Kathy, I'm glad you're watching. Good to see you. Becky, Hope, I see you there too. So here's what's happening. First of all, when it comes to the ventilators, is that there's innovation being used. Yeah, they're forecasting that there's a need for however many ventilators. There's not going to be enough for enough people here. But what they're innovating with is they are taking existing ventilators and making them 4-way. They're taking one that used to be used for one person and they're equipping it to be able to use it for 4 people. So right there, you've quadrupled the amount of available ventilator help that people can get. Okay, and so right there, that's, you know, there's not going to be such a shortage that they're talking about. There's innovation, right? And so just like I was talking about using the toilet paper, you don't wrap it around 20 times, use 3 squares, take one ventilator, instead of using it for one person, use it for 4. Because what they're finding is that if you take that one, crank it to 100% oxygen, and the amount of oxygen that's getting through that is actually going to be enough, and enough ventilation capability to keep 4 people alive, all right? And even if that doesn't happen, family, people that are there to help, they've got the bagged respirators, that ventilators that you squeeze, right? That you pump, that you see, like if EMS shows up and someone, you know, is out on the side of the road, the ambulance is there, they'll use that bagged ventilator. That if it really came down to it, and my mother-in-law is in that case, give me a gosh darn bag. I will stand by her side and I will squeeze that bag to keep her breathing. I won't quit All right. And I know that there's other family members that aren't going to quit on her either. And I know people that you're watching right now that you're not going to quit on other people that you care about. That those bag ventilators, that's what it takes. That's what we're going to do as Americans. We're going to fight for each other, right? In fact, my buddy told me that actually one of the ventilators that they have, that they're actually working on equipping for 7 people. So as I was telling you, 4 for one, they're actually working on 7. So that's even something else that they're working on. Again, I talked to this about at the beginning, is that to like, follow, comment, share, subscribe. Becky, I see that they won't let me in. That's why she's not going to go to the hospital and fight me. Fight me. I mean, if it comes down to saving someone's life, you're going to have to fight me. That's it. Shoot me. Because you're going to have to take my life. I'm going to work to save someone's life. Oh, gosh. So, like, follow, comment, share, subscribe. Social distancing. Why? Why 6 feet? Where did that come from? Why? Why 6 feet? I mean, does the germ go to this point and it's like, I can only go 5 feet. I can't make it 6 feet. What's up with that? Who came up with that info? Where did it come from? I don't know. But they tell you 6 feet and you're like, well, I'm going to take that because they told me to stay 6 feet apart. Why? Why? Maybe it's 3 feet. It's fine. Maybe it's okay to even touch. Maybe you can hug someone, high five, handshake, right? Maybe they're totally wrong. Maybe 6 feet's not enough. Maybe we need 20 feet and they're going to all screw us over. And then we're actually going to end up having 80% of people get it because we didn't go 20 feet apart. It was only 6 feet. They screwed up. They made a mistake. Don't buy it. Listen, I'm going to give you a tip though, because some people are like, well, how far 6 feet? How can I kind of judge that? Here's a tip. The approximate wingspan, tip to tip with your arms, however far apart your arms go like this, that's approximately your height. So let's say I'm 6'2". If I go tip to tip on my arm span, that's 6 feet. So imagine that you reach your arm out straight and the other person over there is reaching their arm out straight. And, you wave your arms back and forth like this and you're not touching, you're 6 feet apart. You're going to be okay. So just kind of use that as a judgment for when you're trying to estimate here, what that 6 feet distance is. If you want to take that as a recommendation, you've got to keep that in mind, right? Okay, so working out. I'm working out every day. I see people on Facebook working out every day. We're still working out. The gyms are closed, but people are being physically active. Why? Because if you stop exercising, if you stop being physically active, your muscles are going to atrophy. Your cardiovascular system is going to weaken. So we are still working out. We're still exercising, keeping that up. It's the whole use it or lose it, right? You're either building or you're losing and you're atrophying. Your immune system is the same way. Every day your immune system is on the job. It's working. But if you put yourself in a bubble, what happens to your immune system, right? Your immune system isn't going to have the opportunity to have those little battles on a daily basis with just different microorganisms that are coming in and that it's fighting off, right? So now your immune system starts to weaken. It starts to atrophy. I'm going to put this out there because I'm going to predict this. I haven't heard anybody say this, so let it be known. Dr. Mish, Sheridan Mish, Coach Mish, I'm putting this out there. There is going to be a rebound effect. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it the rebound effect. Now watch someone else take that phrase, right, and use that. But I'm going to call it the rebound effect because what I see happening is that from this isolation, from this social distancing, from this quarantine that's happening across the nation, is that when we finally go back into whatever is going to be the new world that we wished was the old world that we had it. But whatever's going to happen, whenever that happens, that we go back into the world, that now all these people coming together with weakened immune systems, you're going to see this rebound effect that colds, flu, other illnesses are going to become pervasive. So we're going to go from this fearful, scared state, immune system atrophy, reintroduced into society with each other, and people are going to be getting sick at a high rate. So I'm just preparing you for that. And the reason why I'm telling you is because between now and when we are released back into society, you're probably going to want to work on strengthening your immune system. And I'm going to be following up with tips on how to strengthen your immune system every day with these videos as we go forward. I'll post them out there because I want people to be empowered, not fearful. And some people are like, okay, the muscles, I get that. Whether you're playing an instrument or playing a sport, right? If you don't do something for a period of time, you get rusty. It's not quite as good. Like, you don't totally lose function. So I'm not saying everybody's going to go and get sick, but I'm saying that just be prepared. There's going to be this rebound effect is what I'm calling it. Now, think about it too, because you're like, oh, well, it's the blood. Yeah, it's the blood. Go to high altitude. Go to Colorado. What happens to your red blood cells? Your red blood cells increase because you need that. Your body adapts. And the same thing happens with your white blood cells, is that if your immune system is not being challenged on a regular basis, if it's isolated, you are not going to be using it. So your white blood cell count is going to go down, 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 down. And then we get reintroduced into society. Boom. Rebound effect. All this illness. Just putting that out there. I said it first. There you go. All right. What else do I want to share with you is this. Family Fun and Games Night. If you live in Central New York, and I'm talking like Mohawk Valley, probably is a better range, but if you live in Oneida County, Herkimer County, Madison County, and you have kids, or you're a grandparent and you have younger grandkids, right? But if you have a family that wants to have fun and be engaged, well, for the past year, I've been hosting once a month at the Whitestown American Legion, Family Fun and Games Night. And families have come together, we've had healthy snacks, played games, had an absolute blast connecting and socializing with each other. Now, obviously, we can't come together this month, and it would have been our year anniversary. I'm so excited to have the opportunity to get this far and to have such a social interaction in this community. And we've given back, we've given away prizes, Target gift cards, we've given away food, healthy snacks that we've got from the bargain grocer to help empower people with healthy foods. We are going to do we're going to do our Family Fun and Games Night this month, the same day that we were planning on doing it, Sunday, March 29th, 6 o'clock, 6 to 7:30. We're doing it online. I'm doing it with a Facebook Live. So if you're looking to have this kind of interaction, I've got it equipped to be able to play apples to apples through Facebook Live. I've also got a yoga instructor that's going to come, and she is going to do a live kids yoga instructional session through the Facebook Live we are doing. So you're going to be able to be there with your kids, your grandkids, and go through and actually do yoga. And that's going to be a 15-minute session. And then we're going to finish with more bingo than we've ever done before. I'm going to draw live bingo during it. And how are we going to get it to you? Because how are you going to get the cards? We are going to mail them to you. So you've got to sign up and register early. You've got to do it soon. It's out there on Eventbrite. I've got it on my Dr. Mish Life Power Chiropractic page. So if you go to Life Power Chiropractic, Dr. Mish, you're going to find it. Both my Utica and Wausau office, you'll find that under our events. Like I said, it's on Eventbrite. We're going to end up getting it onto our website here pretty soon as well, because we got to change the link to the one that's online. You'll see it says online. But you're going to want to sign up for that quick. Share that with people, because there's no limit to how many people can be involved with this, really. We just have to have the lead time to be able to get the bingo cards to you. So we're going to mail them to you. And we're doing incredible prizes. I am fully committed to the well-being and health of families and businesses in this community. I am going to be giving away family dinner gift certificates to local restaurants. If you've been seeing all the restaurants that are doing these great meal packages where they're able to feed 4, 5, 6 people in a family, that's what I'm getting. Those are the prizes for the games that we're doing with Apples to Apples. Those are the prizes we're doing with Bingo. So looking to have a lot of fun, empower families, bring families together in their own home to connect with what we're doing here, and we're going to build, because we're going to come back together in a month in 2 months, in 3 months. I don't care when, but we are going to come back together as a community, as a state, as a nation, stronger. But we've got to put the work in now. We've got to keep it together along the way. And this is one of the ways that we're going to do that, through that Family Fun and Game Night. And so again, look into that. Would love to have you be a part of that. And I've said this a bunch of times. I'm going to say it again. It's all going to be okay. I promise you, it's all going to be okay. We're all going to get through this, and we're going to get it together. So, Tammy, why don't we make your own cards? That's a great question, because I've got the cards that we have that are all serial numbered, so that way we know who's got it and the winners. So we're going to be able to send those out. But yeah, so you got to sign up for that. And then once we get everybody's info, we know how many you need. We're going to get that out there for that. But thank you so much for watching. I don't even know how long it's been. I've been going for. There's no real counter on here to tell me the length of time. But I just really love and appreciate you for taking the time to watch. It's been great having the opportunity to serve and do so many good things here in the community. And I'm telling you, the best is yet to come. So thanks. And I will see you tomorrow to tell you again, it's all going to be okay.